at a potential inflection point for
Absolutely.
desktop Linux. Like
Absolutely.
the technology to do this is mature enough that
Right.
we can shift the paradigm of desktop Linux away from packages that have root and can
Yes.
spray files anywhere
Yes.
over the
Yes.
operating system to an immutable atomic
Yep. And
future.
I get people hate that. They're like, I've mounted my Samba share and slash made up name for years.
Right.
Now I can't write to it. You know, this is off. Like, you're gonna have to change that paradigm, right? Like, you're gonna have to think about it in a different way. And that can be hard for people. And I
Yeah.
totally understand that it will be hard. However, all the stuff I'm going to show you here, you can use on your normal distro, right? And then you could just start to think about the problem. So
Right.
as these things get sorted out, you know, you'll have people used to log in as root in X, right? Like, you would type
Hmm.
root and then you would go in, and then as soon as people started coming out with things like sudo and don't log in, people would lose their mind. They're like, you know, if you log in as root and you break your computer, it's your own fault for not
Yeah.
reading the document, you know. But hey, I like seatbelts, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, so we make a compliance tool, right? Like, if I told you, hey, everyone at work, stop making unencrypted S3 buckets, within 15 minutes, someone's going to accidentally make one, right? So
Right.
we make a tool that doesn't let you make unencrypted S3 buckets and a bunch of other stuff, and it applies policy. They're guardrails. We
Right.
want those things. In the past, you used to be able to hit Control Alt Backspace, and it would kill your graphical desktop.
Right.
And now we look back now, we're like, that is the crate. Why would you do that? Right.
Hmm.
But back then, same arguments. Well, it's never worked. That, you know, they're taking away my freedom. You know, it's never worked that way. If someone is too stupid to hit Control Alt Backspace, then, you know,
Yeah.
go buy a Mac, idiot. You know, like we had all these ways of, like, you know, like, we have our set ways. This is how the Linux desktop is. And if people don't believe in this Debian distro kind of boil the ocean mentality, then you're doing it wrong, right?
Hmm.
And then Chromebooks came out and said, you know what? We don't care how Linux distros are built. And in the entire episode that we've been doing so far, I bet you more Chromebooks have been sold than any Linux distro has been downloaded in the past few minutes. Right? We know Linux as an operating system is capable of making these reliable systems. All we got to do is get there.
Yeah.
And people are figuring it out, and we want to help them. And that's why I'm making this. That's why I'm doing this, right?
Yeah.
So if you have Fedora